What's going on? Ha! It's me, Gazbot. Anyway, we are talking. I have a theme. I have a topic, and time is sort of it. Timeliness, and slowness. So it's funny because it's been a few weeks since I put up a Gazbot video. I do shorts basically every day, and I'm on TikTok or whatever. But it's mostly like art process videos, and occasionally I talk about a toy or something. But I've been wanting to do a video like this just because I feel like I don't want it to go too long before I do one, but I didn't have a topic, or I had one, but it was too big. It needed a lot of editing, blah, 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 blah. Wednesday. Time. Yesterday was Tuesday, and the Godzilla Minus Zero trailer dropped. Now, trailer is generous. It was a teaser. It was like 5 seconds. There's barely anything in it. Spoilers for the teaser trailer. The main thing is you see Godzilla come up out of the water, you see some stuff floating by a Japanese pilot, and you see Godzilla walk past the Statue of Liberty. Now, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, this is one of those moments when I should draw this. I should watch this. I should make a reaction video to it. I should do a drawing of this. And the fandom of Godzilla, who I am courting for attention, among others, but like my comic is a kaiju comic, I do Godzilla art, etc., etc. This is like one of those times I should do this. Now, this isn't quite the same as Teen Titans are popular right now. I'm going to do a Teen Titans picture. It's the middle ground of this is something I already enjoy, but I should focus it on where it's popular right now and do it quickly. Strike while the iron's hot, as they say. And I've had moments like this before with other Godzilla movies or Power Rangers, anniversaries or the Ninja Turtles or things that are in my milieu, my interests, whatever, personally and artistically. But for one reason or another, I didn't jump on the bandwagon quick enough. Like, occasionally I will. Theory of the early adopter or the early late adopter. Basically, the idea is like a new gadget comes out, new iPhone or whatever. And some people are like, I got to get it day one. I have the money, I have the desire, I have whatever. I'm going to stand online and pay the most amount of money. And then there are the people that kind of get it a little later, regular price, wait till it's on sale, etc. But if you're a late enough adopter, and this, before my wife, because I usually get her hand-me-downs, before her, I was the late adopter who would be like, I'm going to use phone as an example, my phone until it dies. I'm going to use it until it does not function anymore. But what would happen there is the late adopters would eventually become one generation of early adopters. So I've had the same phone for like 4 generations. That new one that comes out, I'm getting it day one because it's been so long, I'm ready for a new one right away. That's happened to me with art a few times, where I hadn't done like any of the legendary American Godzilla for the whole first movie. So when the second movie came out, I was like, maybe I should do one of these. And I did, and it did well because it was like, and it still does pretty well, actually, the one with Ghidorah. But it was like I hit it early on the second one because I was so late on the first one. Anyway, this is all kind of in the ballpark of what I want to talk about. But specifically today, or yesterday, they had the trailer. And I didn't do a reaction video, and just because I don't have a lot to say and it's so short, and I don't know, I don't love reaction videos. I don't love people doing them, they could do them, whatever, but for me, I always feel like, what am I doing here? So I wanted to create art for it yesterday, and I didn't, but I'm like, well, if I do it this morning, it'll still be pretty relevant. And here's where part of the reason I don't do this is because I'm not a fast artist, and I'm not a confident artist. Now, that let me qualify that a bit. I am confident in my finished product to a certain extent. I mean, some I'm more proud of than others, some I'm more satisfied with than others, but generally speaking, when I present a finished product, a comic, a print, client work, I'm like, this is professional level. Maybe it's, there's a spectrum to where I feel it falls within my personal rating system, and there's a spectrum in the world of professional art, but I'm generally I have confidence that I am worthy of being paid and considered a professional artist. But I don't have confidence in letting people watch me draw. I put up these speed process videos, but it's I got to a good finale, and here's just 30 seconds of me blasting through stuff. And if you really watch it, you'll see me redraw a finger 50,000 times in the middle of it, but that's why I don't do lives a lot, because it's difficult for me. I can talk and draw, but if I'm doing anything other than something I know super, super well, I either get distracted or I start making tons of mistakes and I'm kind of salvaging it. And it's, the idea being, people are watching me because I'm good at drawing and I'm not doing a good job drawing. So I don't like to do that. This is, again, similar to that in the sense that I have to get it out quickly. If it takes me 2-3 days, a week, 2 weeks, it's not the end of the world. But if I want to get that, like, hey, kick it while the buzz is hot, kick it while the buzz is hot. And not just, because I'm not even trying to sell anything. This is not like a finished piece of art, but maybe get a few more views, a few more followers, or just kind of be a part of the community. I'm sort of like adjacent to Power Rangers and Godzilla and comic books and all these communities. And I have a couple friends in them, and I know a few people from shows, but I think I confidently say, for the most part, I'm not really in any of these communities for a variety of reasons, one of which being a big event happens and I'm not part of it, like this. So I told myself, well, let me do this and know that I won't do a good job and make a video about it. And so typically when I do these sketches, either it's a work in progress for something that'll be finished later, or it's just a quick sketch, or it's a rough for a sketch card, and I'll spend 30 minutes, maybe an hour, and get a pretty decent, halfway finished, good-looking piece of art I don't mind sharing. And I was like, well, let me do 30 minutes and see where I'm at. And after 30 minutes, I wasn't happy with it. I wasn't being especially ambitious. I figured, okay, I'll do Godzilla with the Statue of Liberty in the background. A little bit of an up angle, not literally copying the frame of the movie, but that's basically what I'm going to do, knowing full well that a bunch of other people were going to be doing something very similar, if not exactly the same thing. And I was right about that. More to come. So, but first I just did it out of my head. I only really did one finished piece of Godzilla -1. Now, Godzilla -0 is different, but it's that same base body, that base character. And it's one of the Godzillas I've drawn the least. So as I was doing it, I'm like, oh yeah, how does he look? I don't know. And what does the Statue of Liberty like? I don't know. And so I kind of did it out of my head and did a quick rough. And then I tried to like, just sort of get the perspective and anatomy basically right. Then I got some reference from the trailer. Then I got reference of the Statue of Liberty, just stills of the Statue of Liberty. Then I got stills of the Godzilla -1, which is not exactly the same, but I found better reference and kind of cleaned that up and did a few more passes and got to the point after an hour and a half of, I'm like, this isn't great. It's passable. It's like, it's good as a sketch, but I feel like most artists, this would be like a 20-minute sketch, 30-minute sketch, maybe an hour, but I spent an hour and a half and like labored it. And it's a sketch that's not super ambitious, not super dynamic, not super accurate, not super tight. I would say this is sort of like where I would start. I'd get to this point and be like, all right, this is worth turning into a finished piece or a print or whatever. And now let me spend 10 hours getting it into shape and then maybe another 5 or 10 hours finishing it with color and everything else. So I was tempted to go in and finish it more, but like, that's not the point. I don't even know if I'm going to make this a print. It was just to kind of get something out today. And so I did. And I thought about making comments like this on the actual video, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna let this video just be a fun little Godzilla video, and I'll complain and about my insecurities to you all here in the long form. And I was kind of okay with it. Well, here's another side tangent. I have been trying not to use public Wi-Fi. I go to coffee shops a lot and use their Wi-Fi. And my wife, who is a computer person and smarter than me, is like, that's not super secure. You shouldn't do that. So I'm like, okay, but my iPad it only has Wi-Fi. It has no cellular. And I do my work on my iPad. I need to get it on my phone to share to social media. And so I'm like, I'll use my phone as a hotspot. And I couldn't do it. And I spent a half hour trying to figure out how to do it. And I couldn't do it. Then I'm like, well, I'll go home and use the Wi-Fi there. I got home, couldn't do it. It just, now something got changed. And I looked up tutorials, could not figure it out. Eventually, I'm like, okay, well, I know I'm on Wi-Fi. I have the cloud. I'll put the files on the cloud and then get them off the cloud on my phone. Couldn't figure out how to do that. I spent at least an hour, maybe more, just trying to get those files from the iPad to my phone. So now we're at like 2.5 to 3 hours for this quick Godzilla sketch to throw up a day late to be part of this thing. And after I posted it, I saw Matt Frank, Lenny Romero, Lensations, and a few other people posted theirs yesterday or today, like I knew they would, all a million times better than mine, all looking like really good sketches or quick finished pieces, you know, and all making me feel bad about myself and what I've done. No fault to them, obviously, they're just doing their own thing. But I'm like, oh, this is exactly what I was afraid of, that I'd rush to get a thing done and put all this effort in, and it'll still be like, oh, that was an inferior, pointless version. Because, you know, maybe the movie comes out and I pick my own moment and my own style and my own spin on it. But with this trailer, like there's only so many moments to pick from. Everyone's gonna have basically the same thing. And I don't work quickly. So somebody was talking about being first or best. And I was neither. I was neither first nor best. So boo me. I'm a jobber, I'm a hack. But I did it. I guess better to do it than not do it. But I did notice, and actually I haven't checked since I posted it, but my TikTok, some of them blow up a little bit. Some of them really tank. But on average, by the end of the day, I'll have about 300 views, which I hear is not that uncommon for low-level TikTokers. And then maybe then I get 4, 5, 6 over time, whatever. Again, some of them blow up and I get thousands. I have one that's like 17,000 that I still can't explain. But usually it's by the end of the day. I put it up less than an hour later, I had like 290 views. I'm gonna pause here and go see how many I have now. Because now that was at like, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, whatever. Now it's 9 o'clock at night. Okay, I just checked and it's at 588. So I would say it's about double my average video, which is good. This would, like on a normal day, I'd be like, oh, that did better than usual. It's close to 600 after one day. And I have mixed emotions about this. On the one hand, I'm like, it made me feel good. There were some comments saying it was good, and like it's all not. And this is tough because you don't want to validate yourself by your art, and you don't want to validate your art by how many people viewed it or liked it or commented it. But I have value outside of being an artist. Although my identity is very tied up in being an artist. Anyway, whatever. We're all a little messed up if you're doing this stuff. Anyway, I am happy that it got more views. I'm happy that people like it. And again, I feel like it's better that I did it than didn't. But if I had looked at it and it was at like 5,000, I'd be like, whoa, okay, that was worth it. Maybe I'll turn this into a print. But instead I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. I probably didn't need to spend as much time on it as I did. I probably could have waited a day or two and then put it out, but I mean, we'll see. Maybe tomorrow it'll be even more, but I don't know what lesson I've learned, because I've sort of proven myself right, that it was a lot more effort to get this sort of inferior product out quickly, and to what end, I don't know. One of my buddies, art friend Mike, who's one of you that are probably watching this, was saying to me the other day, like, hey, do some more vlogs. Like, he knows I quit the vlog. He was like, I like watching your vlogs, and I appreciate that. And I was saying that, if I had more people watching, maybe I would, but that's misleading. And I said this to him, but for clarification to you all, it's not that these aren't worth doing if I don't have thousands of views. It's that this takes time. And I don't mean the time here. I'm going for a walk, I'm talking. This isn't the time. The time is later when I edit it and put it together and make sure the sound's okay. And then I upload it to multiple different social media, and I make a thumbnail and I tag it and blah, 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 blah. Couple hours of work every time, regardless of the recording part of it. And I feel like that time is better spent working on my comic on issue 4 of the Horror Rate 4, making a new print, doing a personal project, even if it wasn't art, maybe spending time with my family, playing a video game, whatever. Like, I feel like I've edited and posted so many videos over the years that in and of itself is no longer super satisfying. And so if there isn't, it just seems like it's time better spent elsewhere. And it's not that I need a lot of people to watch it, but if there were a lot of people watching it and clamoring for it and wanting to see it, then I'd be like, okay, I guess this is something I should do. But in my default mode is to do what I've been doing, which is still posting just about every day. I post more now than I used to. It's just mostly art. And that art does translate into jobs and commissions, whereas this is just me talking to y'all. And I like it, but it's hard to justify the time expenditure. So yeah, what lesson have I learned? I don't know. That I shouldn't have bothered, I guess, but it wasn't the end of the world. But I do feel like I could have spent a couple hours working on, page 20 of the comic, or tightening up a print, or working on some sketch card commissions that I have that are outstanding. So yeah, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about, time in general, obviously, is difficult. Scheduling, our life slipping away, all these things. But when it comes to a semi-time sensitive thing, like a popular show, a political event, something that you have an idea that maybe you would draw something, do you rush to get it done and put it out? Or do you not bother? Or do you only do it if you're so sure you could get it done in a day? Or do you not worry about the quality? Or are you like a lot of other artists that aren't me, where you're just like, oh yeah, I'll just draw something in like an hour or two, no big deal, and be happy with it? So yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks. I'll see you when I see you, or daily if you watch my shorts or TikTok or whatever. Bye. And there's the sound. How's this? Okay, maybe now there's the sound. Now it's going through the Bluetooth.